and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. I'm bringing you a haul video from Priceline. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I bought. So I'm going to start off with the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Nude, and I bought the shade 100 Ivory. I picked up the Infallible Mattifying Base by L'Oreal. From Rimmel I also picked up two mascaras. I picked up the Rimmel London Wonderful Mascara with Argan Oil and the Lash Accelerator Endless Grow Lash Complex Plus Fiber Mascara. So I picked up those two, and then I also picked up one from Essence, the Essence Plump No Clump Deep Black Volume Mascara. Then back to Rimmel, I picked up the Apocalips Lip Lacquer in the shade 100 Celestial. I also got one of their blushes in 170 Genuine Plum. And I got the Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in 001 Transparent and the Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder in 022 Sun Bronze. So I've heard good things about both of these products. I'm really excited to try them out. Okay, then lastly from Essence, I got two of their Silky Touch blushes, one in 010 Adorable and one in 20 Baby Doll. Yes. I got two of the Essence eyeshadows in 01 Snowflake and 15 Hazel Midnight. I also bought one of the Essence lipsticks in 05 Cool Nude. It's a beautiful nude, neutral everyday colour that I'm excited to try as well, probably pairing it with one of their lip liners. And the last thing I bought is a good old Blistex Intensive Repair, because with an upcoming trip to the snow, you gotta love your lip balms, especially ones with SPF. So I picked one of those up. So the look that I'm wearing today is using products that I picked up in my haul. The only products I didn't use were products that I didn't buy, in the sense of I didn't buy a highlighter today, so I used my own highlighter. I didn't buy a concealer today, I used my own concealer. And I didn't buy a eyeliner today, so I used my own eyeliner. Everything else is from the haul. I will list all the products that I bought and the products that I mentioned down the bottom. If you are interested in seeing how I achieved this neutral, kind of easy, everyday look, then please just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so first I'm going to start off with the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. So I've tried this out on the back of my hand, but that's about it. It feels quite nice and smooth. I'm just going to apply that all over. It's mattifying, but it's not drying. So far, I like that one. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Nude Foundation. This is brand new. I haven't tried this out. I love the fact that it comes with a pump though, that's great. So from one pump you get a fair amount of product. So I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge, because that's normally how I put on my foundation. The lady at Priceline did colour match me. She had taken off my makeup and reapplied this all over my face to get a feel for the colour and the coverage, but I only wore it for probably 1 or 2 hours this morning while I was walking around the shops. The colour match is pretty good. Okay, so I just went and had a look in the mirror, just close up, and I noticed it did stick to some of my dry patches, just where I get a little bit dry around the eyes. But overall, it's not too bad. It wasn't as noticeable as the first time I applied the CoverGirl 3-in-1. I found that without a really good moisturizer and exfoliating my skin beforehand, if I had any dry patches, I found that clung. But this one's not as bad, whether or not my skin's not as dry, or the fact that it's just a better formula for my skin at the moment. But I'm quite liking it. I'm liking the colour. The coverage is really good for one pump, considering it is the nude version of the lasting finish. So overall, I'm pretty happy. I didn't buy a new concealer, so I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me just to brighten up my under eyes. I did want to pick up the Rimmel Wake Me Up stick concealer, well, concealer in this kind of format. But if anyone's tried that, feel free to let me know, because I think I'd still like to pick it up. Apparently it's really brightening and really fresh for under the eyes. I'm just going to go in with the sponge that I use my foundation for, just to blend that into the skin. Okay, so close up, I found that it is providing really quite full coverage. I found that it was a little bit almost cakey underneath my eyes after I added the concealer, but I just blended that in with my fingers, and now I don't think it looks too bad. So to settle that, I'm going in with the Rimmel Stay Matte. I have heard a lot of good things about this pressed powder. My sister uses it. I've heard a lot about it online. So I'm just going to go in with a powder brush and set all of that in. Please excuse the faces I make when I apply powder. You don't really notice them until you're being recorded. Okay, so something that I noticed just close up when I turned around and had a look was that powder looked quite powdery. I know that sounds quite funny, but there are some powders that you put on, especially in the pressed format, that if you put too much on, they can look noticeably powdery on your skin. In that case, I'm just going to go in with my sponge and just work the powder back into my skin. So next time, to avoid that problem, I would probably just go in with a more fluffy brush. This one's quite a dense powder brush. I have quite a nice fluffy little Revlon purse size brush that I keep in my handbag, so I might try that out with this and I'll let you know how it goes. Because I am using these makeup to get ready, I didn't pick up a brow bone highlight in an eyeshadow, so I'm just going to go in and highlight with the Maybelline Fit Me Stick Concealer by just putting a little bit of the concealer up under the eyebrows just on the high points of the brow bone. I picked up two of the Essence eyeshadows in this haul, one in number 15, Hazel Me Not, and then a white shimmery shadow in 01 Snowflake. I thought this one would be a really intense, beautiful inner eye highlight. Sometimes it is nice to go in with a really bright, stark colour when you really want to wake yourself up. But today I'm going in with the Hazel Me Not colour, and I'm just going to use this as a crease colour and just bring that down over the eyelids. So I'm just going to put that into my crease, really work it into my crease, and then I'm just going to bring it down onto the lid, just to give a really simple but defined look to the eye. So when you're blending in a crease colour, you just want to do little windshield wiper motions just to really buff it into the crease. But I'm going to drag this colour down onto the lid as well. am really impressed with that on the eyelids. I have not swatched this before. When I opened this eyeshadow, it was the first time that I'd actually had to play with it. But although really light, I just think it gives a beautiful all over color to the eyelid. I just think it's really pretty. I'm really liking this one shadow look that it's given. Okay, so I'm not sure how this really stark shimmery eyeshadow is going to go as my inner corner highlight with this look, but let's just give it a go. So I'm just going to take that on a really small shader brush. Oh, yep, that's bright. That's really bright. I'm just going to blend that in a bit more with my finger to make it a bit more natural looking. But yeah, that's quite bright. I do like that though. I think that it brightens and widens up the eye quite a lot. I'm quite impressed with these little Essence shadows, and they were only like $3.95. Actually, I have the docket. Okay, so I have my Priceline docket here, and those shadows were only $3.25. I was really intrigued with the Essence stuff. I've loved their lip liners, as you guys would probably tell if you've watched any of my other past videos. So I thought while I was up there I would give them a go, and I'm really impressed with those little single shadows, especially for their price. I am trying to get in the habit of wearing more eyeliner, so I am going to go in with my Scandalized Waterproof, and this is in the shade 003 Brown. I didn't pick this up today. I've had it for a while. I haven't used much of it, but I'm just going to go in and I'm going to smoke out the under eye. Okay, so it wasn't smoking out on the lash line like I wanted, so I said, screw it. I'm just going to go in on the waterline. So I decided to just line the waterline and the tight line with that brown pencil, and I love the definition that it gives. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I'm going in with the Rimmel Wonderful Mascara with Argan Oil. Wonderful Mascara with Argan Oil. And this is in the colour 001 Black. So I'm just going to go ahead with my trusty eyelash curler. It makes a real difference when you curl your lashes. It's something that I've really gotten into lately. I love curling my lashes. So make sure that you kind of move your eyelash curler around a bit, rotate it just to make sure that you get the full effect of the curl. Now I'm going to go in with the mascara. So it's got a big wand on it with lots of tiny bristles. It's one of those rubber wands, not one of the wire ones. So sometimes you need to be quite careful with these big wands because it can get quite messy. But this one seems to be doing pretty good. Sorry for the extreme close-up, bear with me guys. Oh. This is why you have to be really careful with mascara brushes. Okay, so apparently going in with a tissue makes it worse. Okay, so I can't get the colour out of the streak, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so in the process, this happened in the process of doing this. So I went ahead and I did the other eye and the bottom lashes so that I can see how it wears, whether it smudges. I actually really like this mascara. I love the beautiful flirty natural look of lashes. They don't look clumpy, they don't look too noticeable. The mascara doesn't look too noticeable. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. I like the look that this is given. I love the beautiful length, the colour, the effect. You just have to be quite careful with the brush because it is so big and the formula is quite wet. But we'll see how it dries down. But so far, first impression, I'm pretty impressed with this mascara. We'll just have to see how it wears. Okay, so now that we're finished with the eyes, I'm going in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder, which actually has an SPF of 15, which is pretty cool. And this is in the shade 022 Sun Bronze. I only just noticed that my door is open. So anyway, I'm going in with a big fluffy Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to go straight in to that bronzer. That didn't work. How about I just tuck it all behind? That might make things a little bit easier. Okay. Okay, so I've just gotten up and had a look in the mirror because at the moment all I'm using as mirror is the phone. And I'm really liking this bronzer. I think that it's quite natural. It does have almost flecks of shimmer in it, but I don't find that that comes off on the skin. I think that it's quite a nice natural looking bronzer and something that I think especially quite fair girls would enjoy. I don't think it would come up especially well on darker skin tones because as you can see it only looks quite natural and not too noticeable on my skin. But in saying that, I did use a light hand and a very fluffy brush, so you might be able to try building it up. But I did notice that they did have a few other colours in this range, so if you are a little bit darker than my skin tone, then you might find that one of the darker powders in the range might suit you better. But I think this is a nice option for quite fair light skin tones. For this look, I'm going to be using the Essence Silky Touch Blush in 20 Baby Doll. I'm just going to go in with my tapered blush brush by Eco Tools. I'm just going to, I'm not sure how pigmented these are yet, so I'm just going to go in with a light hand, and if need be I'll build it up. That's pretty good. Just had a better check in the mirror and I'm really happy with this as a beautiful everyday kind of blush, and it gives pretty good colour payoff and it's easy to blend. We'll just have to see what the staying power is like. Okay, I didn't pick up a highlighter today either, so I'm just going to go in with the good old Physicians Formula Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls in Beige Pearl. Just to add a little bit of sheen to the upper cheekbones. Okay, so just to finish off the look, I'm going in with the Rimmel Apocalypse Lip Lacquer. Now these have been out for a while, but I can never get my hands on this colour. This is the 101 Celestial. I picked it up actually when Priceline were doing their 40% off a few months ago, but when I got it home, I realised that the seal had actually been broken and I just couldn't trust it. So I took it back and I had not been able to find the colour since. So I was really lucky today when they had one in store and I thought 40% off, there's no way I'm passing that up. Yeah, that's a nice colour. Nice, natural, everyday type colour. Okay, and that is the final look, all drugstore, and I'm quite impressed with all the products I used today. The only product I didn't show you using was my Revlon Colour Stay for my brows, but I will list that down below so you can check that out. They're available at Priceline as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, just something a little bit different to what's already on my channel. I know I love watching first impression videos. I thought since I have so many new toys to play with, I would come home and film a look using all of them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, and If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It really means the world to me, and I'm so thankful for all the views and all the love that I've been getting on my YouTube and my Instagram page. Thank you so much for those of you who are already supporting me. I hope to go on to bigger and better things from here on this channel. Thank you for joining me yet again, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye guys.